We are back. Well, I'm back. Solo adventure here to talk about the most wonderful time of the year, Wrestle Kingdom time. But we have some other stuff that we need to talk about. Like SmackDown. SmackDown was a thing, and boy, was some stuff happening on SmackDown. So it started off with Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis is reviewing what happened last week with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes about the ladder match. And then Cody comes out to talk about the ladder match, talk about what's going on with him. And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre shows up. Drew McIntyre is now on SmackDown. And another little cool thing about SmackDown, not only being 3 hours, SmackDown has a blue mat. I thought the mat was actually for a ceremony, and it was like, they're not going to take it up. But the mat is blue. New blue mat. Kind of fucked me up a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. So Drew comes out. Drew hugs Cody. He says, I love you, man. He was like, I just wanted to come and tell you I appreciate you. And Cody's like, dude, I don't trust you. Get the fuck out of my ring. And Drew's going to say, hey, man, I just wanted to let you know I love you. And also, you should watch your back. And Cody's just standing there. As soon as he said that, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Kevin Owens attacked Cody, beat the shit out of him. It was funny. Because I saw it coming. Cody should have saw it coming. It was fucking easy. You should have been like, oh yeah, that's happening. Like it was so normal. He said, watch your back. First thing I would have did was turn around, but Cody was like, nah, I kind of trust you, whatever. So then we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus La Sombra Andrade. And this was a good match. I kind of thought Andrade was going to win, but Nakamura won. And Nakamura was celebrating. And then LA Knight came down, beat his ass, and said, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, I'm going to beat your ass. So then we had a backstage with Apollo Crews and Pretty Deadly. So Pretty Deadly's like, dude, why did you snitch? And he was like, yo, why didn't y'all just tell the truth? You could have just told the truth. Everything would have been fine. So then Santos Escobar comes up and says, hey, man, why did y'all lie on us? And they're like, listen, we got it confused. We thought something was wrong. We got it confused. We're sorry. But Andrade and the rest of his team just beat the living shit out of Pretty Deadly. So that sets up a match eventually. Not even now, just eventually. It sets up a match eventually. So then we had DIY defend the tag team titles against Motor City Machine Guns. So they're fighting the Motor City Machine Guns. And the whole thing is, it's a regular match. Match is going. It's like, okay, this is a good match. This match is awesome. But then Pretty Deadly and the Garzas come out and fuck up the whole match. And DIY gets out of there with the tag titles. They still keep the tag titles. Because disqualification, because of Pretty Deadly and the Garzas. That was funny. So then we see Nia, and she's in the back, and she's talking to Candice LeRae, like, where's Tiffany? And Candice goes, oh, I told Tiffany to go do something. Like, we don't need her. You got me. We got this. So that was a setup for something later. So then we get Sammy. He's in the back. He bumps into Mello. And Mello's talking about last week. And all of a sudden, somebody says, do we have a problem? Mello's like, no, we good. So he's still talking to Sammy, and the Usos come from behind Mello and stand next to Sammy. They was like, No, we would say, do you have a problem? And then Mello was like, I see you later. And Mello walked off. And Sammy went to go get dressed for the match later. And the Usos are walking by. And Kevin Owens walks by the Usos. And he just gives them a look. And they're like, what's that about? So Kevin is going to get the Usos and Sammy. Sammy is also on SmackDown. So then we had the match of SmackDown. This was a great match. We had Nia versus Naomi. This match was awesome. It was a great match. Match of SmackDown. It's the match of the SmackDown. This shit was going. It was going. And it looked like Naomi was going to beat Nia. But Candice and Bianca were both out there. And it was like, oh, she's definitely going to lose. Like, Nia's definitely going to lose. But then Tiffy comes out with the ref. And she's like, I'm going to cash in. Tiffy pushed the ref out of the way. She pushes him out of the way. Takes the briefcase. Hits Naomi. Naomi goes down. Nia gets the win. So, Nia, Candice, and Tiffany are standing in the ring. Naomi is done. So, Nia decides to beat up Bianca. So, Nia's about to hit Bianca with the Annihilator. Tiffy just hits Nia over the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Bianca gets up, KODs Nia, and Tiffy just grabs Bianca, throws her on the floor, and then Tiffy cashes in. She cashed in, and she is now the new women's champion. This was perfect. This was fucking perfect. Because it was a total swerve. Like, oh my God, this is going to happen. And then she swerved us. Then it did happen, and she wins. And it was great. Because, like, I knew that there was going to be a title change. I just didn't know they were going to do the extra swerve to swerve people. That was cool. So, then we had the little thing about tribal combat. And that was a thing. We also had Paul Heyman come out, and this is a conspiracy theory that people are actually trying to figure out. Because Paul Heyman came out, and he was talking, and he did the 1, 2, 3. But he was talking about Roman pinning Solo. He did 1, 2, 3. The way he did it reminded of The Rock doing 1, 2, 3. So maybe The Rock, Paul Heyman, something going on there. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe. Not saying it is. I'm just saying maybe. It could be. So then we had the main event. It was the Savage Bloodline, Tama, Jacob Fatu, and Solo versus Sammy and the Usos. And of course, Solo gets the win because Solo's got a match against Roman. Like, you can't let Solo lose. Like, he has the match against Roman on Monday. He has to win. And he does. So, that's it. That's how that went down. And yes, The Rock confirmed himself that The Rock will be at the Netflix Raw. He's going to be there. Also, Cena's going to be there. Also, Hogan's going to be there. That's disgusting. Like I said, I keep saying that the Netflix Raw is going to be a huge deal. It's going to set up most of the stuff for WrestleMania straight from the door. Straight from the gate is going to happen. And people are going to be like, oh shit, like this is going to happen here, this is going to happen here. It's going to all get laid out. It's going to be great. It's going to happen. So that's SmackDown. And that's what happened. And we're going to Raw. So that was the WWE side. Now we're going to the Collision side. and we had a match between Daniel Garcia and Mark Briscoe for the TNT title. This shit was great. This shit was great. And Daniel Garcia, he beats Mark Briscoe. Like for a second, I'm not even gonna lie, for a quick second, I thought Mark Briscoe was gonna get the win. I'm like, oh shit, Mark Briscoe's gonna beat him. But he didn't. Daniel Garcia won and kept the title. It was kind of awesome. Cause like I really thought Mark Briscoe was gonna win for a second. Then we had the MWO. And the MWO was talking, and Moxley is saying stuff. You know, he's always saying stuff. So then we had Jeff Jarrett. And Jeff Jarrett took on Aaron Solo. Because Jeff Jarrett needs some wins before he goes for the world title. So that was that. So then we had Leo Rush and Action Rush versus Private Party for the tag titles. They're going. They're having a great match. Then all of a sudden we see Top Flight Security out there. And it's like, why's Top Flight Security in the audience? They're in the audience and Action Rush sees them, but Top Flight leads to the loss of Action Rush. And Private Party beats them. So that was a thing. They showed Darby Allin getting murdered. And that was like, oh yeah, Darby got murdered. Yay. So then we have Edge and Jericho talking. And they're beefing. And they're bringing up their past. And they're saying, we're going to do it again. Okay. So then we had Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo for the first time. The first time in ever. Not really the first time. This is the Toni Storm memory loss thing. It is what it is. But Toni barely gets the win. She barely gets the win. And she gets the win. She beats her. Then we have a match for, I want to say, $100,000. I really want to say it was $100,000. I'm not sure. I want to say it was $100,000. Not sure. And it was Dante Martin from Top Flight, Commander, Beast Mortos, and Brian Cage. And Brian Cage gets the win. So then we have a backstage with the Rock and Roll Express and FTR. And FTR is talking about how much they love the Rock and Roll Express. You guys are awesome. Then the Outrunners come up and say, Ricky, he's like, you guys still owe us gas money from back in the day. And the fucking Rock and Roll Express goes, dude, we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. We don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then they just shake their head and they just, like, everybody just smiles and they just have a laugh and that's it. So then we had Rated FTR versus the Learning Tree. And this was a long match. This was kind of a match. Rated FTR wins, and the MWO tie up Rock and Roll Express. So they tied up the Rock and Roll Express, and Rated FTR runs out and tries to save them, but the MWO left, so that was a thing. Hey, it is what it is. So that was that. The only bad part was when the show ended, I did not know at that time that it ended right at the time at the start of Wrestle Dynasty that wasn't advertised on Collision. It wasn't advertised. But Wrestle Dynasty started at 10 o'clock. It started at 10 o'clock. It didn't start at 11 like it said it would. It started at 10 o'clock. So it just was crazy. So that was that. So now to the juicy meat and potatoes of the show. My favorite thing, my favorite time of the year, Wrestle Kingdom. And it started out with the New Japan Rambo. The Rambo starts, and the Rambo is basically sort of like a Royal Rumble, but you get a pin and you take, like, the person gets eliminated. That's how it goes. And the winner of the Rambo gets a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So it was going, and it came down to the Great Okan and Goto. And Goto won. And it made me happy because the last time Goto had a real chase for the championship, he did this whole thing. This is really funny. Did this whole thing where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and trade," and he went out under the fucking water, and he was doing this whole thing at a waterfall, and he just came back with all this white paint, face paint, and then he fought Okada for the championship, and he was just like, everybody was like, yeah, he might win. He fought Okada. Okada crushed the shit out of him. And then the thing that was so funny about it was he was such a geek that Okada beat him and was like, "You want to join my faction?" He was like, "Fuck it, I'll join your faction." It was like, why? It was so weird. But now he has a shot for the championship. We'll see if he can do it. We'll see if he can do it. So that was the first thing you see on Wrestle Kingdom. Then we had the ladder match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships, Junior Tag Team Championships. It was Robbie Eagles and Fujita versus Kevin Knight and Kushida versus Catch-22 versus the War Dogs. And this was a great opener, which is a great thing that New Japan does when it comes to Wrestle Kingdom. Every Wrestle Kingdom, I swear to God, I don't think it's been, I think probably like the last two years, probably 2 or 3 years, were the last couple of times that they had junior tag matches that was just a regular tag match. Because it's usually, a junior tag match is usually a 4-way. I swear to God, like, it usually goes, oh, we're going to have these 2 people. Then it turns into a 4-way. It has always been a thing. It is just like, it's never bad, but it's just always a thing. Back in the day when the Young Bucks used to be a thing, and they were the junior tag champs, every year it was a 4-way. Literally like the last 2-3 years, it was like, no, we're just going to have a straight up tag match. Straight up tag match. But yeah, that was the thing. So then we had Mayu Iwatani defend the IWGP Women's Championship against Azami. And this was actually a really good match. And I know you're like, why'd you say actually? No, because like they don't really give the women time. But this was good enough that it got not that much time, but it got enough where the fans were into it. And Mayu Iwatani, she kept the title, which was cool. So then we had the TV title match. El Phantasmo came out to a huge pop because everybody knows what he survived, and they're just like happy to see him back. Versus Ren Narita and Jeff Cobb, who were the 2 who were originally beefing. Then Uila, he was the one who got in it and turned it into a 3-way. But because El Phantasmo came back and he was supposed to get in a match in the beginning, he turned it into a 4-way. And El Phantasmo wind up winning the IWGP New Japan Television Championship. Yes, it was great. So then we had a lumberjack match. Tanahashi versus Evil. If Tanahashi lost, he would retire right there. So like immediately it was like, we know he's not going to lose. So Tana beat Evil. Then after the match, the House of Torture attacks Tanahashi. So out of nowhere, this guy in this fucking hoodie shows up. And he just cleans house. And he helps Tana up. And everybody's like, who the fuck is it? It's an AEW hoodie. So we're like, oh, it's somebody from AEW. Who the fuck is it? And he pulls down his hood. And it's fucking Shibata. Shibata shakes Tanahashi's hand and says, yo, listen, I know you just had a match, but tomorrow's Wrestle Dynasty. I notice you're going to retire. Please have a match with me. It would be my honor. And Tanahashi was like, fuck it. Let's do it. So they were going to have a match at Wrestle Dynasty, which fucking popped me because they're part of the Three Musketeers. And Shibata had said in an interview, when they interviewed him about this match after the match, he said he wants Nakamura to face Tanahashi. He said Tanahashi is the person who can get it done. He really wants Nakamura versus Tanahashi for Tanahashi's last year. He wants that, and he prays that it can happen. He said, and if that can happen, there could be a chance that we can see the Three Musketeers in the ring together, which is Tanahashi, Shibata, and Nakamura. He's like, Shibata said that. He was like, if this happens, I'm going to find a way to come here. And he was like, I don't even want to be in the match. He's like, I just want to be where all three of us are together at one time for Tanahashi's end of the year. And I was like, that is perfect. So then we had my match of Wrestle Kingdom. Takeshita with the AEW International Championship versus Shingo for the Openweight Championship. This match was fucking awesome. Takeshita and Shingo, fucking awesome. It was a fucking awesome match. It was a banger. And Takeshita beat Shingo. And wait, what is it? Is it? I don't know the dude's name. I keep forgetting his name. But the dude who runs New Japan said that a 1-year contract for Takeshita. Takeshita has a 1-year contract for New Japan. He can still wrestle AEW and DDT, but he has a 1-year contract for New Japan. So that's pretty cool. So we get to see Takeshita more in New Japan. I'm excited. So then we had El Desperado versus Doki. They're having this match, and Doki does this thing where he jumps off the top rope onto somebody on the outside. And the last time he broke his wrist doing that. So he was going to do it again, and he did it. And he did the jump. And Chris Charlton said, oh my God, I heard it again. He was like, I heard the pop. And Walker Stewart was like, Chris, don't say that. Like, that was a really bad thing. And the ref stops the match. And he goes, I'm stopping the match. And Doki came in as a champion, but the ref stopped the match. And because the ref stopped the match, El Desperado became the champion. So they gave Desperado the championship. He's a champion. He even got on the mic and said, I didn't want to win it this way, but, you know, shit happens. If you get better than Doki, me and you, one-on-one, I'm definitely defending the title against you. And it's like, man, like, that's just kind of sad. So then we had Yota Tsuji versus Finlay. And Finlay has been fucking going. These 2 nights back-to-back, Finlay showed why the fuck he is one of the best. Because this match versus Tsuji was awesome. Finlay lost the title to Tsuji, but Finlay looked like a fucking beast. He looked like a beast. So then we had Naito versus Hiromu. Hiromu, like, I swear to God, every year, this has been going for like the last couple of years. His entrance outfit has evolved to now he was just a fucking Muppet character. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, everybody was like, what the fuck? And he's walking, like, he walked out to the ring with this whole big ass mask and body like a character. It's like, what the fuck? So he takes it off and he's regular, and him and Naito going back and forth. Naito tries to do the Los Ingobernables hand thing, and Naito was like, nah. I mean, Hiromu was like, nah, I'm not doing it. So Naito hits him with the Destino. 1, 2, 3. After the match, Hiromu crawls his way up to Naito, gives him the fist bump. That's it. So they're back, and then later on we find out that they are going to be in a 3-way for the tag titles the next night against the Young Bucks, Jeff Cobb, and the Great O'Karn. Okay, we'll get to that when we get to that. So then we got to the main event, and Shota Umino comes out on his motorcycle like he always does, drives around the whole entire thing, and you can just hear this buzz of people not accepting him, like, and he's coming down and he's doing this thing, and I don't know what turned everybody against Shota Umino. When Shota Umino came back, when he first came back, I said this on this podcast, Shota Umino looks like he could be the next Tanahashi. He had the crowd. He had everybody. What I'm thinking, this is just me, just when you see Tsuji come back, when you see Uowa, you see all of these people come back. They all come back and they're better than you. Like, they have everything better than you. And you're just there. Like, he feels like he's Tanahashi when he first came back. Now he just feels like he's just fucking there. He's just fucking there. And it's just so weird. It's just so weird. He just feels like he's there. And people are so mad at him. So Zach comes out with a new song. Zach comes out with the whole TDMK. They get in the ring. Him and Umino. Boom, 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 boom. First couple of minutes, it's like, all right. The fans not into it. They're like, As it goes on, it was literally 40-something fucking minutes. I lied to you not. I had already felt like Shota Umino belongs there. I felt like that. I was like, Shota Umino belongs there. Shota belongs there. I've been saying that. I said he belongs there. He showed, because I seen people who I'm friends with who are like, Shota had it at first. He's not cool. They walked out of Wrestle Kingdom going, damn, Shota showed why he should be there. He lost, but he showed why he should be there. He's still missing something, but he showed it. And it's like, that's all we wanted, was to show people that you deserve to be there. Like, even the fans were like at the end, they're like, you know what? Shota's not a bad guy. Like, what the fuck? Shota Umino is really good. Everybody's like, oh shit, he's really fucking good. He lost, but it's like, he's really fucking good. And Zack Sabre now becomes the only foreigner to win Wrestle Kingdom main event. So that was cool. And then he got another first ever the next day. So that was super cool. Like, Zack Sabre, they're putting a rocket to him. Zack Sabre is the guy. He's their guy. And after tonight, because I'm recording this before New Year's Dash, after tonight, we should know who his next opponent is for New Beginnings. Because he is going to be facing Hechicero in Battle of the Valley. He's going to face Hechicero at Battle of the Valley, and they're going to have a match. It's probably going to be for the title, but it's still not New Beginnings. New Beginnings is the next pay-per-view, next big show for New Japan. And he will be defending the title against whoever challenges him tonight at New Year's Dash. And I will be covering that on the next podcast. So that was Wrestle Kingdom. Fucking show was awesome. I hate the fucking criticism online that everybody's going, yeah, Wrestle Kingdom was meh, but Wrestle Dynasty was great. And it's like, the only reason you felt so passionate about Wrestle Dynasty was because it had people you know. You don't follow along with New Japan, so you are not invested when Wrestle Kingdom comes along. Wrestle Kingdom, people were literally, the fans of New Japan were literally happy because all of the shit that happened at Wrestle Kingdom. And it was just our show. It's our New Japan show. It's our show. Our show is one of the best shows. Everything from the year crashes out at Wrestle Kingdom. People who don't watch don't know what's going on. They don't know the stories. They don't know shit. They're just going, oh, this person wrestled this person. Oh, I guess that's cool. They don't know what's going on. Like, Wrestle Kingdom started and the fans of New Japan was like, yes, this is what we want, because it felt like Wrestle Kingdom. It felt like our thing. But everybody was like, no, Wrestle Dynasty was awesome. And it's just because you know people from AEW. None of the matches except for one had a story. Everything was just thrown together. And I keep saying that. Everything from Wrestle Dynasty was thrown together. Only one story had a story. One match had a story. And literally, you can tell the story. The story was so great because it was New Japan versus AEW. That's why the story made sense. It made fucking sense. Everything else was just thrown together like, here. I don't understand why people was like, oh my god, it's so good. If you're actually going by the in-ring wrestling, like, you going by the in-ring wrestling, they literally were neck and neck. The match that had a story was great, and it just stole the show. But, like, everything on Wrestle Kingdom in this show was bar for bar the same. Like, so people talking about, oh, Wrestle Kingdom was like, meh, but Dynasty was, yeah. It's just because you know the AEW people. That's it. Like, nothing there was, like, exceptional. You just know AEW people, that's why. So, getting on to the match, we had Momo Watanabe, Willow, Persephone, and Athena in a four-way. And the winner gets a shot at any title. So, Momo Watanabe gets the win. But she only gets the win because Athena was about to get the win. And Thelica came in the ring and attacked Athena. Now, here's the funny part. People don't watch Stardom because a couple days before that, Thelica and Athena had an interaction where it was like, this is a little suspicious. So that just played out in the next night. And then after the match, Thelica was like, yo, I want a title match against Athena. So we get to see Athena in Stardom. I'm down for it. And especially at the, oh my god, like, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. But Momo got the win, and she can challenge for whoever she wants. So that's going to be a thing. So then we had the Sons of Texas, Dustin and Sammy versus the House of Torture. Dustin and Sammy won. Okay. Then we had this fucking 8-person Lucha Gauntlet match. This match was so good because of the ending. Like, the last 10-20 minutes of this was fucking hilarious. Because we had Masquerita Dorada, Titan, Kosei Fujita, we had Soberano Jr., Master Wato, Taji Ishimori, and they're all in the ring. And the last person to come out was Desperado. Despy comes out, and he's standing there, and he's walking, and literally everyone stops. And Despy's walking, and he's like, what the fuck? Everybody stops in the ring, because they were wrestling, they all stopped. They turned around and just like all looked at Despy, and they just sat there and waited. And Desperado's walking, and he just stops and goes, "Hold up, wait a minute, they're waiting for me." And even the announcers was like, "Oh shit, they're waiting for him because he's the champion. They want to take the title from him." And he's like, "Oh shit." So he gets in the ring, and they just start beating the shit out of him. They fuck him up. So it's going down, and it gets right to the end, and Kosei Vegeta is about to pin Desperado. Ishimori grabs him, throws him out the way. Ishimori gets the pin, so Ishimori now pinned Desperado, which makes him kind of like #1 contender for the IWGP Junior Championship. And it shit was so funny because Fujita was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" He's like, "I was about to get the pin." He was like, "I don't care." And Ishimori's just jumping up and down, celebrating. So if we're getting Despy versus Ishimori, which is going to be a fucking fantastic match, because the last couple of matches they had was fucking fantastic. That's going to be a fantastic match for the junior title. That shit is fucking awesome. So then we had Tanahashi versus Shibata, and this was an exhibition match, which was 5 minutes, and it ended in 5 minutes, which nobody won. It was over. It was sad, but at least we got Shibata versus Tanahashi doing stuff. So that was fun. Then we had Mercedes with her New Japan Strong Championship versus Mina Shirakawa and her British Championships, basically the Red Pro Championships. So this match was a fucking banger. Mina Shirakawa worked over Mercedes' knee, and Mercedes like could barely stand up. Mercedes somehow got back in the groove, pulled it out, got the win. 1, 2, 3. Mercedes beat Mina Shirakawa. And Mina was crying and she said, "One more match, me and you. I'm going to get you." And Mercedes was like, "All right, cool." But that shit was cool. So then we had David Finlay versus Brody King. Had no fucking idea this match was on there. This match was cool. Like, David Finlay powered bombed Brody King. David Finlay beat Brody King. He beat Brody King. It wasn't like he cheated to win. He cleanly beat Brody King. He hit him with the Trash Panda. 1, 2, 3. He beat Brody King. I was actually shocked because I was like, I think that they're going to go the way of Brody King just beating David Finlay and David Finlay having to come back because he just lost the night before. But this was good. So then we had Shota Umino versus Claudio. And Claudio's bullying Shota Umino, but Shota Umino gets the win. My thought, I have an idea for Shota Umino. Because Shota Umino wants Moxley. I think Shota is going to go through the MWO. Moxley's going to lose the championship on AEW television. Moxley's then going to face Shota Umino. And Shota Umino is going to get the win. Shota Umino is going to get the win. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. And that is where Shota Umino gets his groove back. Because this is going to be all before the end of the year. Shota's going to get the win. When Shota get the win, I'm kind of thinking it might be at Forbidden Door. And he gets the win at Forbidden Door. And that's where he gets his groove back. Shota goes into the G1, wins the G1, wins the hearts of the fans. He goes to Wrestle Kingdom, and then he finally wins the IWGP Championship and changes the game. And like he finally becomes the King of the Mountain. I would probably bet that's how it goes. I would bet that's how it goes. So then we had the 3-way for the IWGP Tag Championships. The Young Bucks versus the United Empire versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. And the Young Bucks beat the Great O'Khan. 1, 2, 3. The Young Bucks are the tag team champions. The only thing, not even lying, the only one and only thing that I liked about this whole match, there's one thing I liked about this match. One single solitary thing I liked about this match was the Young Bucks brought back their old ass junior tag team theme song. They brought back their old ass theme song. They came out with it. I'm not even joking. I popped. I popped. Like, I popped really hard for that. I was like, oh shit. Like, I popped really hard. But I don't like that they're the champions. But whatever. Whatever. So, then we get Yota Tsuji versus Jack Perry. And this match is... Yota Tsuji beats Jack Perry. Like, I don't know why. This match was... Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Yota Tsuji's awesome, but Jack Perry just exists. So, meh. So, then we had the match. The match of the night. Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd comes out. Gabe Kidd is the most fucking over person in that fucking arena. The reason why, and people are trying to figure out why he was so over. Gabe Kidd is a heel. First off, Gabe Kidd is a heel. People don't like him. He's an asshole. That's what it was. Leading up to this show, Gabe Kidd said, I am New Japan. Kenny Omega comes over here trying to steal our thunder, trying to be part of us. Fuck that. This is our home. I'm defending our home. Fuck everybody else. This is it. This is it. And people got behind him because it's like, oh shit, like, that's right. This is New Japan. We're New Japan fans. We love New Japan. Oh my God, we're getting behind you because this outsider, even though he was here before, he's coming back to getting our way. I don't like that. So people were behind him. Even when he took off his gear and he had the New Japan sign on his tights, the crowd popped. Even Chris Charlton popped. Because he's representing New Japan. He's representing this company. So people are like, yes, we're fucking happy. We love that. And they were against Kenny Omega. Well, kind of against Kenny Omega. Most of the people were for Kenny Omega, but the only reason people were against Kenny Omega was because he's not New Japan. Like, he's not New Japan, and yes, he came back to New Japan. The people who were against him were, he's not New Japan. And that's not like, oh, no, we hate you for real. This is just storyline. Like, this is just storyline. Because everybody was like, no, we actually like him, but this is storyline. But they kind of just were behind Gabe Kidd, and that's what made Gabe Kidd a hero. Gabe Kidd was the hero of this story. Kenny came out with music from Final Fantasy by the Final Fantasy composer himself. Kenny came out with music. It was fucking awesome. I was like, oh shit, like, that's awesome. But their match was fucking awesome because Kenny, even though Kenny was injured, Kenny looked like the old Kenny. Kenny looked like the cleaner. Kenny was back. He was back in rare fucking form. Kenny was the Kenny Omega that I like to watch. He was Kenny. He was that guy. He was back. He was in full form. He was awesome. He even said it on a fucking, like, backstage interview. He was in full form. Kenny Omega is back. That's the Kenny Omega that I'd love to see in him versus fucking Gabe Kidd match of the night. That shit was awesome. It got bloody as hell. Everybody was bleeding. Kenny hit the one-wing angel. 1, 2, 3. Pin Gabe Kidd. That's it. It was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. It was so awesome. So then we got to the main event. And the main event was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet. And I thought, this is what I thought that Swerve would come out and help Zack Sabre win, but Zack just went on his own. Zack just went on his own. Zack won. Zack beat Ricochet. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Zack won. So Zack kept the title. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is awesome. This is awesome. So Zack won. The crowd went home happy. The show was over. Yeah, that was good. It was a good show, but I still like Wrestle Kingdom way more than this show. Wrestle Kingdom, I loved way more. This show was good. It was up there. Wrestle Kingdom will always be my show of the year. Something has to come and beat it for it not to be my show of the year. Wrestle Kingdom is my show of the year. That's it. That's it. So that's the show. We'll be back with the first Raw on Netflix. That show. What happened on New Year's Dash? Because that's going to be crazy. That's going to set up more stuff for New Japan. We're going to have Dynamite. We're going to have NXT. And all the other news is going to happen. But, there is one little piece of news before I go that, has everybody up in arms, but at the same time, it doesn't. Because people are starting to come around to accept it. But Royal Rumble looks like it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. The reason not a lot of people are up in arms is because it's a day show. Everyone loves a day show because it's over. We get it out of the way. We go back to normal. Huzzah. We're done. We could go about our day. Just have fun. Our day's not ruined with waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Hey, now we finally get to the show. It's just over and done. Middle of the day, we're fine. We're happy. So, yeah. That's that. The only reason people don't like it is because it's Saudi Arabia. And it's at this point, it's nothing we can do. We just have to fucking accept it. It is what it is. So, yeah, there's nothing else we can do. Just fucking accept it. It's a thing. I know some of us hate it, but like I said, there's nothing you can do. Just fucking accept it. Just accept it. So, that's the show. I really don't have nothing else to say because I had a great fucking time watching Wrestle Kingdom. So, with that being said, good night, goodbye, bang.